Hootie hoo! 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 Hoo hoo! Hey, come in, come one, come y'all. It's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday, and I am so glad that you could be here to join me today. Now, y'all know what we came to do. If you saw those last few videos from like last month, yeah, no, I'm finna translate the horoscopes. I get a signal from the universe. So that's what I do. I'm gonna translate the horoscopes. Now, we're gonna be starting off with Cancer because we in Cancer season. I'm on a time crunch and this is a brief broadcast, okay? So I won't be before you long because when you running hooch from New York to Mississippi, moonshine, you got to make capital connections. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really on the time crunch right now. So this is what we're going to have to do. Cancer, we're in Cancer season. So we're going to start with Cancer. We're going to see what kind of message we getting for our Cancers. But right quick, because I know I almost missed it, but I had started another business, which, I had to put some time into that. So y'all go check that out. OnlyTouchBamboo.com. But so we're going to give the Cancers their time today. As y'all can see, that's them right there. Now it should have been here. Y'all see that's Gemini. I don't know how clear that is, but the bakery here is under construction. It got vandalized. I don't know who did it. I think it was my kids. My kids vandalized. So I'm still and then we're gonna rearrange those so that we in Cancer. So Cancer gonna be first right here, and then everybody else gonna fall into place. But like I said, we doing some renovations to this here bakery right now. So that's what we gonna be doing now. We got fortune cookies for everybody. After we do the horoscope, everybody gonna get a fortune cookie. Well, we actually got digital fortune cookies. We're gonna start with those, and then we got actual fortune cookies here, right about here. So that's when everybody is gonna get their own fortune cookie, and then sometimes we'll do give a celebrity a fortune cookie. So it'll be for like some encouragement or like some recognition or just like a toast. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like who should have got that during award season, right? Or something like that. Somebody getting some recognition, didn't get the recognition that they should be getting. Like they had a great performance, but the drama is overshadowing the recognition they should be getting. So we would like to crack a fortune cookie for them for that. You know what I'm saying? And then offer some encouragement. A lot of times when a celebrity name is trending, it's behind some nonsense, some bullshit, and some ridiculousness. And so we might give them a fortune cookie for that, or just for as a toast because they have something good and amazing going on, like a documentary or whatever they've been working on. They finally finna release it, an album, and we'll crack a fortune cookie just to see what kind of message the universe has for them for that. Now, I usually don't translate those, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it because like I said, we are on a time crunch. I don't know when the last time I did an episode for y'all, like last month. Y'all have to please forgive me for that. I have every intention on being here more often for you all. For example, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. If everything go according to plan, I'm hoping that everything go according to plan, and I'm able to pull that off for y'all. You know what I'm saying? For the people. Now, this is a horoscopes, and this is a bakery. You see what I'm saying? Don't look like a bistro, And so we call our horoscopes our croissants. You know what I'm saying? It's something a little lightweight. Like when you eat a croissant, it's not nothing heavy. It's just something you can take it with you on your day or whatever. And the stars is going to be lined up like this for a few days, right? So we say this horoscope could apply to yesterday. One hoping for you to do is to consider what message the universe might have for you. And we always try to keep it sweet here at the bakery. This is a bakery. It's all kind of cupcakes, cookies, and all kind of sweet shit up in here, frosted and everything. So we try to keep it sweet at the bakery to get you going on your day. So look, we gonna do these digital fortune cookies, and then we gonna get started. Oh, also, what is it? The edibles rack. So in between the fortune cookies and the horoscopes, we do the edibles rack. That's where we exchange information because you never know what I might know that could help you or what you might know that could help me or somebody that I know, and I can let them know, hey, I heard when you go around there, don't move like this. You know what I'm saying? And because since it got me through, I want to share it with you. I'm not necessarily saying that it worked for me, but that don't mean it won't work for you. And so if it got me by, maybe you can give it a try. And that's why we exchange information in the edibles, right? Now I didn't get us, I usually try to get us a little specific topic for the edibles, right? But we got to kick this thing back up into high gear. I've been on hiatus for a while, getting this other business off the ground, the website onlytouchbamboo.com. Y'all go check that out. I'm building a fashion empire. This is Bamboo Plaza. Y'all see, this is a plaza. So we got the bakery, we got a boutique, we got a cafe. You know what I'm saying? And so we could probably go to the cafe tonight. I'm gonna see if we can go on over to the cafe tonight. I'm pretty sure we could come up with something. So let's do our digital fortune cookies. So y'all know we're in Cancer season. I almost missed it. I had to hurry up and rush. I said, let me hurry up before we miss the Cancers, because I missed the whole Gemini season, but I hurried up and went on before we missed it. I think I might have missed the Taurus season too, but I just tried to hurry because I had to get the boutique. We'll talk about it at the cafe. Y'all know that's where we just chop it up and shit. So now for our digital fortune cookies, let's go on and slide on over and hear about that hooty hoo. So Cancer, your smile lights up someone else's day. All right. Leo, learn from your mistakes. Try not to make them again. Okay. Virgo, trust your friends, but keep your eyes open. Okay. All right. Now, Libra, avoid negative people to stay positive. Okay. Now, Scorpio, take care of yourself first, then help others. All right. Sagittarius, fame and fortune lie ahead. Okay, now Capricorn, travel is in your future. Okay, Aquarius, you might want to run, but you should stay and fight. All right, Pisces, get ready for a life-changing event. Aries, do your job to the best of your ability. Taurus, your hard work will be rewarded. Gemini, if you have an idea, make it into reality. All right, so y'all rewind it back if you missed yours. We started with Cancer because we're in Cancer season. If y'all ever pull up, y'all wonder like, dang, did she do mine already? Just think about whatever season we in. We started with that one. And so wherever we at, if you ain't in between there, we ain't did yours yet, okay? So that was everybody's digital fortune cookie. So let's go ahead and get into the horoscopes. Like I said, I get a signal. Okay, and so from what I can ascertain, I'm gonna translate that to y'all. Whatever I can decipher when I'm reading between the lines, that's what we here for, because horoscope.com, they type it up. And then I translate it for y'all because I get a signal. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not sure how strong it's going to come in today. Hopefully, the signal comes in pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have to see. Now, we do have a celebrity to give a fortune cookie to today. I was about to give Kevin Samuels another one just because I like that man. I like that nigga right there. And he passed. And that is just so sad to me. I can't imagine if I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't a regular watcher of his. And I can't even just imagine if I watched his show regularly, because you plan when you're a person that watches YouTube, you plan time around when you go watch your show. You be like, all right, as soon as I finish cooking this stuff, I'm gonna watch these dishes, and then I'm finna go in there and watch that Kevin Samuels until you plan for that to be a part of your day. And I just can't even imagine for the people to not be able to do that anymore, And y'all, I talked about it in the last video. That's another reason I'm not gonna do it today. I was gonna go ahead and let it be a topic again today because we just found out what was the cause of his demise, which it was natural causes, hypertension. You know what I'm saying? But I heard about the bitch he was with, because she was the one who called the 911. I heard about the bitch. I saw the picture of who it was supposed to be. She was a bad bitch. But yeah. I don't feel like Kevin Samuels was malicious in his delivery and his message. No, I didn't see every single episode. People say, "Well, did you see when he said this and when he said no?" No, but generally, I didn't get the impression that he wanted to be malicious. Hell, he described me as being the type of woman that no high value man would ever want. Like I'm over. I was born at the end of the 80s. I'm voluptuous, children. Um, but I'm just really very far down the on his level of who he was, what he was marketing. We can't say what he believed and what he was pushing. Well, is that what you pushing just because you marketing that? Probably so. Like if you market cigarettes, you push your cigarettes. But for me, it was mostly the comments. If you set up in a live chat and saw what his fans were saying, you might start feeling offended. But just listening to him and seeing, he was genuine in how he felt. I didn't see him feel like he was malicious. Anyway, let me hear her going on the video. I like that nigga. I like that nigga Kevin Samuels. I really do. But today we gonna give a further cookie to Tasha K. I don't know. I heard the bitch was on the run. I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna crack a fortune cookie for Tasha K and see what message the universe has for her. Okay, let's go ahead and hear you because I got to go. I really do. I'm gonna have to go. Cancer, who? You're apt to feel more talkative than usual, Cancer. There are many times when you may shrink from a situation in disgust or perhaps boredom. You're usually anxious to move from one scene and get on with the next. Feel free to call the shots and speak your mind. Others are more likely to listen to what you have to say. So be honest when someone comes to you with a question or situation that he or she needs help with. Okay, I feel like this described this girl that's on my timeline and she a counter and she stay in the mix. You know what I'm saying? What it said right here, usually anxious to move from one scene and get on to the next. She has like when you have a large family, y'all stay having stuff going on. So and she does seem like the type of person that she ain't gonna say nothing. She seemed like she be on the scene, but she not trying to make a scene or be a part of the scene. That's just her. She a part of the scene because that's her shit. That's her family, that's her people. But she be on the scene, but she ain't really gotta say a lot for her presence to be appreciated and felt and known. You know what I'm saying? But what this horoscope right here is saying that you might be feeling a little more talkative than you usually feel, Cancer. So feel free to call the shots. Be in charge of the girls. You know how they say who was in charge of the girls and speak your mind, And then it reminded me of Flavor Flav when Monique asked Boots why Flav like her, and she gonna say because I speak my mind. And one of the other bitches was like, "What the fuck else is you gonna speak? You can't speak somebody else's mind." Like that shit is funny to me. When every time I hear somebody say they speak their mind, it's like, well, who else mind you gonna speak? Like your lips is operating off of the mind is connected to. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, other people they gonna want to listen to you. So be honest. Sometimes you might say a little something because ain't nobody paying attention anyway. But be honest, okay? When it comes to a question or a situation, when somebody come to you with that, something they might be stressing about. I know you usually play the background, But go ahead and let them know how you feel. And maybe you don't want to say nothing because you don't want to affect the decision they made, and you don't want the blame to be on you. None that, of course, it's not your fault. We all adults, and just because I said give you my opinion don't mean you should make a decision based on my opinion and then blame that on me. But I'm saying though, maybe in the back of your mind you might feel like sometimes like, well, dang, I don't want these motherfuckers to mess up and they heard from me. But be honest. If they came to you, they do want your honest opinion. They need a little bit of help. Hooty hoo, Cancer, that was for you to you. Okay, now Cancer, we in Cancer season, so we did that. But like I told y'all, we're gonna have to slide. This is a brief broadcast. I usually need at least like hour and a half, and I got somewhere to be shortly. But I wanted to make sure that I got this episode out. I wanted to reach to my people. Okay, plus I might be ready to kind of like, maybe I could try to get a few subscribers or something. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But anyway, look, we like to keep it sweet over here at the bakery. Let's go ahead and get into the Leo horoscope. We might have to rush through it, but I promise you we're going to work out a good time slot to where everybody can get a lot of amount of time in order for them to receive, they call me now for your free reading on everything. Yeah. So Leo, hooty hoo, you may be anxious to try an uncharted path that speaks to your sense of risk and adventure, Leo. It's important to temper these actions with realistic planning. You're much more likely to get a flat tire when you don't carry a spare. Make sure you have the proper resources to pull yourself out of any jam along the way. The old way of doing things is practical, tested, and tried and true for a reason. So don't dismiss it altogether. Okay, Leo, don't fix what ain't broken. Okay, now you anxious to take a risk or some sort of adventure, some path that ain't nobody been on. It's like some uncharted path. You might be wanting to pave the way into doing something, but you got to be realistic. Maybe consider what's the reason and ain't nobody else did that before. Okay, now right here, it did say something that I don't agree with. You're much more likely to get a flat tire when you don't carry a spare. I don't agree with that. Anything that's going to go wrong is going to go wrong regardless. You're not more likely to get a flat because you could drive around with your spare all day and you could still get a flat or not get a flat. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So but either way, it's better safe than sorry. So you want to have the resources and within your reach. Okay, just in case of the possibility that you get caught up in some jam along the way, you're gonna be able to get yourself on out of that. Okay, now let's go on ahead and go on over with. In conclusion, so what did it say? The old way of doing things is practical, tested, tried, and true for a reason. So don't dismiss it altogether. You ain't got to teach an old dog new tricks. You ain't got to fix what ain't broken. Okay, put oil on the squeaky wheel. You ain't got to put oil on all the wheels. You know what I'm saying? And so it been working like that for a reason. You might be inspired to take a risk and try something different. Maybe you want to pave a new path, but it's a reason everybody been doing it this certain way for a reason. You can pave that new path doing it the traditional way because ain't nobody gonna do it like you. You know what I'm saying? You could tell them the ingredients, but you can't sell them the sauce. Just like I can tell you the ingredients because this right here, what we do at this bakery, this is recipes for life. This is what we offer. This is what I offer to you here at the bakery. And so I always say you can always add to the recipe as long as you don't take away from the message, And so that's what you're going to want to do as far as you taking a risk, Leo, and wanting to do something different and trying to stay realistic about that. Keep doing it. It's tried and true for a reason the way that everybody else been doing it. And you can always feel free to add to it, but don't take away from what is supposed to be the foundation of it. Yada yada. I mean, hooty hoo, Virgo. Other people are likely to be anxious to get up and moving with their plans, Virgo. It might be better for you to hang back a bit and see how things pan out before you take actions. Let others go across the river first to learn the best way. Do you take a boat, wade, or look for a bridge? Let someone else be the guinea pig so you'll have all the information you need to make the most prudent decision on how to proceed. I feel like that was very clear. I feel like it ain't no way to get that misunderstood. Like a lot of times, it could be literal, right, or it could be metaphorical, right. But either way, for this here, it reminds me of Fear Factor. Y'all know the show Fear Factor. That's back when Joe Rogan was, you know. So there's a challenge, right? It starts off with six people and they go through three challenges, and people get eliminated along the way based on who did the best. And the challenge is timing, or however many things they were supposed to retrieve, or who got it done the fastest, or whatever. So it would be like people will prefer for another person to go before them so that they can see what's the best way they can do it. Because if you're the first one doing it, you figuring it out along the way. But if everybody else is watching you, they can see all the mistakes you made and not make those same mistakes. So it was always, it was always kind of a thing for the contestants to not have to go first or whatever. So that's what I'm seeing here with you, Virgo. It's saying let others go across the river first to learn the best way to go. Do you need a boat? You just gonna get out there and wade, and what I'm saying? You're gonna have to look for a bridge. What's the best way for you to do it? Let them go out and you learn from their mistakes. Okay. Y'all know we sliding through. Hooty hoo, Libra. Your heart has been active, Libra, and you're probably feeling the need to take charge of a certain relationship. Instead of being too hasty in your pursuit of this romance, you should probably do more planning. Look at the situation from a long term perspective and see if the partnership is heading the way you want it to based on how things are moving now. It could be that you're jumping ahead of the game. Okay, slow down, Libra. Slow down a little bit. Fell off in love. You got those red hearts in your eyes. You got hit with Cupid's arrow. It literally says romantic somewhere in here, right? Your heart has been at a certain relationship in pursuit of this romance. Okay, because sometimes I try to think, is this literal? Is this metaphorical? But I want to say, just so we can give it more of an umbrella so that it can apply to more, so that more people can understand that it applies to them. I'm not making it apply to you. I'm trying to help you to understand how it applies to you. This could be some other type of relationship, not necessarily romantic. Maybe your love life is locked down, you solid in how you doing. With somebody, you solid. Without somebody, you solid, you good. That's not even something that's going on in your life. It could be something else that you could be getting involved in or looking forward to, some kind of business pursuit. You know what I'm saying? Or some kind of maybe you're a new neighborhood, a new community that you're getting accepted into, and you're really excited about it. But pump the brakes and take a second to look around a little bit. All right, Libra. And then don't be a jumping ahead of the game. That's what you don't want to do. Okay, little hopscotch. Because you got to plan that out. You are hopping, but you're not hopping just to not know where you landing. You hopping to your next specific square. And so you either don't get up there and lose focus. My uncle had built a ramp one time when I was little, and it was a ramp, and it was already a hill. He built the ramp. So once you got down the hill, you go up this ramp that he built. Nigga, they said once I got up in the air, I let the handlebars go. I was probably like, I had to be like 7 or 8. And I had had landed up against the side of the house, and my face slid down the side. And I had this long ass scab. It was to the white meat. Shout out to Bernie Mac. He rested in peace. It was to the white meat, and it was all pink and shit. And then I had this long ass scab. I was like there for months. Nigga, I was fucked up. My mom almost had a heart attack when she seen me. You know how uncles are. They don't give a fuck. All they know is they ain't gonna let you die. But other than that, your uncle, my uncle set my little cousin pants on fire one time. It was an accident though, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So Scorpio, hooty hoo. There is solid grounding to your emotions right now that is helping you stabilize your sensitive feelings, Scorpio. As you become more attuned to your internal needs, you may discover that recent actions in romance and love may not have been particularly appropriate. They could have seemed satisfying at the time, but on closer examination, you may discover that you were compromising in order to make it seem like everything was working the way you wanted it to. Oh, well, I know a Scorpio who this applied to. I ain't even got time to get into it, but Scorpio, you had an idea you was fucking up when you was fucking up, but you convince yourself. I understand how it is because sometimes I be to convince myself not to give a fuck. So I know how it is. But hey, you sometimes some things that ain't no coming back from. So you realize that and you can grow and move forward from that, but you can't force nobody else's to accept, oh, you can came to some grand realization now. Like, oh well, it's too late for all that for me now, but hopefully that works out for you with whoever else in the future. You know what I'm saying? And so helping to stabilize. Yeah, you've been a little sensitive lately. You need to balance out and stabilize your feelings. You become more aware of your internal needs as well. And so y'all know we gotta do the horoscopes too. So Scorpio, see, because things didn't work out the way you wanted it to. See, so are you only realizing what's going on because it seemed like right here they could have seemed satisfied at the time, but on closer examination, you may discover that you were compromising in order to make it seem like everything was working the way you wanted it to. Now, you wouldn't even care if everybody would have fell for your shit. That's for me. That's what I just read. You wouldn't even been looking inside to do better about anything if everybody would have fell for your shit. Even with you kind of having an idea that you out of line, you still wasn't gonna try to do no better. But now that you feel impacted and affected by the bullshit that you present to the world, now you trying to look inside yourself and shit. Okay, Scorpio. It wasn't appropriate. Okay, as you become more into, you realize it wasn't appropriate. So look, what we can get, it might be some bullshit that led up to your growth, but at least you growing, mother. Hootie-hoo! Sagittarius, your relationships are going well from an intellectual perspective, Sagittarius, but from an emotional one, you might feel like they aren't as fulfilling as you'd like. Perhaps you're letting your brain do too much of the driving. It's time to let your heart take over and have its needs be tended to for a while. As your energy shifts, so will that of people around you. Let them react however they will. Try not to be upset by the changes that follow. Okay, now look, things is going good from an intellectual perspective, but as far as your emotions, you feeling like you're not getting filled up. You're not getting filled all the way up as far as your emotions. Are you overthinking? Perhaps you're overthinking. But let your heart take the lead and understand, make decisions with your heart so that it can be tended to, so that it can feel tended to. What you want to do is cater to your heart, Sagittarius, okay? And that's going to shift your energy and the energy of the people around you. We don't know how they going to react to that, but that's on them. Then that might change the way that they move because you know how they feeling about your energy shift. But don't be upset about the changes that follow, that come, that come behind because of you listening to your heart. Let your heart lead. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. We got to slide. Hootie hoo. Capricorn, concentrate on nurturing your needs right now instead of trying to accommodate the needs of others, Capricorn. There is a difficult tension that rises when you try to comfort someone who really doesn't want to be comforted. The best way to handle the situation is to leave the person alone and tend to your own emotions. If you're more stable and clear, you'll be able to help others. Take this time to recharge your own batteries. Okay, don't this remind me when you're on an airplane and they say put your mask on first before you start helping the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Because how good can you be for everybody else if you ain't no good for yourself? Okay, it's a little warm. It's summer. Mm. It's summer, but I'm only like 10 or 15 minutes from the ocean, so it ain't that cold. It ain't that hot. But yeah. So you might have to leave them alone and tend to your own emotions, tend to your nigga. That's what you need to do. Oh, sorry, y'all know a movie. Y'all know that's the movie. But yeah, you got to be more stable and clear in order to be helped up and in order to help others. Recharge your batteries. Let your batteries be recharged. And that's when you can be the best uh confidant and accommodate the needs of others. Okay, Capricorn, hooty hoo, recharge yourself. Aquarius, things may roll along quite nicely in love and romance, and then suddenly run into a snag. Aquarius, perhaps you failed to recognize an important birthday or anniversary. Perhaps you were expected to act a certain way or do something you failed to do. Approach the person you hurt honestly and apologetically. You write your own rules. Your way may differ from someone else's, but that doesn't make it better or worse. Now, the two things come to mind. There's a figure on the ground, right? It kind of looks like the number 9 or the number 6. It's one person is standing on the bottom of it and one person is standing on the top of it. And they saying this is a number 6. And they looking this way and they saying this is a number 9. And they both right. From their perspective, it is a 6. From their perspective, it is a 9. Okay, two things can be true at the same time. But right here it says something that happened and you don't even know what didn't happen. And this it says it's a romantic relationship, but we can take this to mean, I like to take it to mean any kind of relationship. Your business, your co-worker, your neighbor, the mailman, anybody who you interact with, and there's been a change in the energy that y'all exchange with each other, right? So you don't even know what it was. Maybe you missed a birthday or anniversary, or they expected you to say something or do something a certain way, and you didn't do it, or you didn't. You got to just go to this person and find out. And when you remember this, it's the second thing that came to mind. The love languages. People have different love languages, and there's the main 5 that people talk about. People feel loved in different ways. You might feel loved just by a person saying it, or words of affirmation and reminding you how. But another person might feel loved by what you're doing for them. Are you helping them out around the house, or by the gifts that you're buying them? They feel loved if you buy them a gift, or by you spending quality time with them. They feel loved by you spending quality time. That was 4. Um, Words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts. I forget the other one, but yeah. So what you're gonna want to do is find out what their love language is, and then it says right here you write your own rules. So at that point, it's up to you to decide, can you be that for them? And then remember that your way may differ from somebody else's. That might not be the way you want to receive love. So maybe be sure to mention that when you get the chance, or if you need to mention it. If they've been doing their thing, let them do their thing. You been feeling love, you been feeling cared to, that it don't say nothing. You ain't got to just say, well, I like to get love like this, just because they telling you how they feel. If that's what they've been doing, just telling you appreciate it. You can just be like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I had did that to you, and you do make me feel good, and so I want to make sure that I don't have to lose you. So I'm gonna try to love you the way you want to be loved. Anyway, Aquarius, hooty hoo, Pisces. Here's a reminder that it's okay to be you. You may feel more centered than usual, which encourages you to stand up for yourself and say the things you must to people who need to hear them. There may have been recent arguments with a partner, but those should subside now, thanks to today's serene feelings. Perhaps you've gained greater insight into the cause of the tension. Share this with the person you've been arguing with. So I was about to say, and let it go. That ain't even on there. But yeah, go ahead and let it go. Release it from yourself. Feel free of it. Maybe there was some tension over the past couple of days, but be accepting of the solution that you did, whatever you didn't discover. Be accepting of that and let it be what it is. You don't have to keep bringing nothing up. Okay, let it be. All right. It says here's a reminder that it's okay to be you. if we kind of get stuck in a survival mode and we react to everything in a traumatic way, right? I can kind of relate to that, where you get stuck. Everything was about survival. Nothing was about, oh, that's just something that's going on and around you that ain't got nothing to do with you, and you ain't got to worry about it. Everything is automatically like, well, hold on, is some shit about to pop off? Ah! But you ain't gotta feel like that, okay? And if you noticing that, dang, it been a month, it been 2 months, it been days, it been years, it been months, or you know what I'm saying? Since this has happened, I don't have to keep being this person that's on the defensive, or I don't that's sarcastic, or just closed in and not ready to be open and mingle. Am I sweating? You ain't gotta be that, okay? If you gain some greater insight into whatever has been causing the tension over the past couple of hours or days, share that with the person you've been arguing with. And y'all both feel, well, dang, we was both tripping, now wasn't we? Let me hurry up. Hooty hoo. Aries, you may have that awful feeling that you really need to get down to work, yet something seems to stand square in the way of progress. Perhaps you feel like you're at a four-way stop with three other cars. Everyone is anxious to go first. You can't all go at once, yet no one knows whose turn it is. Don't put the pedal to the metal. Instead, ease slowly into the intersection and clearly signal your intentions. Now, look, this would not work in San Diego because all four of y'all crash. Ain't nobody gonna stop at that stop sign. Everybody gonna pull up. They're gonna look around and see who come off their brakes first. That's how they do it around here. They don't act right. You sit at if you actually stop at a stop sign, that somebody will like laugh. Like you'll see the people in the other car just driving through the stop sign laughing at your ass. You'll get stuck trying to come to a full sight at the stop sign because them other cars is just barely slowing down and looking around. You gonna fuck around and get stuck at that stop sign if you come to a full stop. You have to hit your gas and take off and get back in there like, hold on. No. But look, that ain't what we talking about. Aries. Now, what's going on is what you gonna want to do is ease out into the intersection and clearly signal your intentions, right? So you got something going on with somebody, it remind me of the song, because neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye. Y'all know them old school jams. They get right to it. But, maybe neither one of y'all want to be the first person to say, maybe we should go in this direction, or maybe we should both quit our jobs and start a business, or maybe we should keep, don't quit your job. Maybe we should take all our savings and do this, or maybe we should, something. Don't either one of y'all want to be the first one to say this or that. But look, what you're gonna have to do, ease into the intersection and clearly signal your intentions. And this person, maybe most of the savings is theirs. So what you want to do is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You should give them a clear signal of what your intentions are. Everybody to come out on top. And not even necessarily, if most of the money is yours, okay, well, only 30% of the profit is going to be mine, and 70% of the profit is going to be yours. Regardless, I feel like it's a great decision for everybody involved. Like me, I have certain business ideas, many places. I know this is Bamboo Plaza. This is the bakery. We got the boutique, Only Touch Bamboo.com. And so I got a lot of ideas, but I got like 3 or 4 that I keep it in front of my mind to work on, because y'all know quality over quantity. And so I wouldn't, if somebody wants to 100% buy one of my ideas for the right price, I wouldn't really give a fuck, because I come up with some shit every other week. And I'll just take the money and invest it into my other bomb ass idea that I know is a bomb ass idea. I wouldn't be tripping. But when it comes to this other person, don't be trying to use most of their money and split the profits evenly, or most of their resources split it. If most of everything is coming from them, make sure you reflect that in whatever your offers are. So when it says right here, ease slowly, it go to the metaphor of 4 cars pulling up to the intersection at the stop sign. Ease slowly into the intersection and clearly signal your intentions. Let them know, make it clear what you intend to do, and why and what their role is. And hooty hoo, y'all know we gotta slide. Taurus, you're anxious to take action, Taurus, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Be careful about acting too hastily. It's important that you and your loved one be on the same page first. You're probably ready to jump to the end of the book where everyone lives happily ever after. There's a whole story that has to play out first. Feel free to take aggressive action, but make sure that you temper it with a dash of common sense. Okay, so this is a Taurus horoscope. Now, it used to be hard for me to do Taurus horoscope because I'm a Taurus, right? And I'm like, I hope I don't want to just sit up and be telling myself what I want to hear. But over time, it's kind of hard not to do that anyway because a lot of things, the universe makes a lot of things line up and make sense to me in a way that might kind of seem, dang, how did you even figure that out? I don't, it's just a signal that I get. But anyway, so Taurus, you anxious to take action, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. I can relate to that because I kind of feel like, okay, I'm kind of, how you can be single but not single and ready to mingle. And so it's kind of like, okay, now that I kind of am ready to mingle, I'm ready to have this like some in-home dick type shit, but we're gonna have to pump the brakes. Um, don't be too hasty. Don't act too hastily. Make sure you and this person got the same kind of idea of what y'all want to happen. Okay, now you want to get to the happily ever after, but there's a whole story. It says, you want to get to the end of the book where there's a happily ever after, but there's a whole story that has to play out first. Now, this is the thing. It's 2022 for one, and I was born at the end of the 80s. So for once you get, it ain't even got nothing to do with age. Now that I think about it, you could be 22 and feel like this. If you just at a point in your life where you know what you want and you just, meet another person that's at that same point in their life, it really ain't got nothing to do with age. But and so it's kind of like you wanted to this you don't want to let the story play out because you know what you want. So it's kind of like, well, it ain't that hard. Even with celebrity relationship move really fast because they ain't got to want for nothing. Everything they want to do, they can go do it. They ain't got to find it out the long way or the hard way. Like, oh, I ain't never even been on vacation with you to know you act like this. Like, or we ain't never, they could just do everything. It don't take time for celebrities to experience a lifetime worth of things, that's to experience things that's a lifetime worth of things to regular people, you know. So that it said that the story play out, Taurus. But the vibe that I'm getting is kind of like what it said at the end. Just use your common sense. You don't necessarily, yeah, don't rush anything. Don't try to put anything into place. Kick back and let things fall into place. Okay, because it's the Taurus is a bull, and you would kind of want to just do whatever you got to do to make yourself feel like this is how it's supposed to be, but that's not a reflection of how the other person feels, and you got to allow them to arrive at that moment naturally and organically on their own and be accepting of it. Some people don't know how to accept certain feelings, and we'll just say love, like some people just don't. Gemini, hooty hoo. So Taurus, make sure you stick with that common sense. They say feel free to take aggressive action. Whether you sing you ready to mingle, you send a little big dip, boot, 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 send a booty shot. Send it. But sprinkle it with a little common sense, just a little razzle dazzle with common sense. Because these is recipes for life. I forgot I forgot how it go. Because you gotta you gotta just keep up. You gotta just keep up. So that's what you're gonna want to do, Taurus. You get a little wild. But you sprinkle a little bit of common sense on there. Just a little bit of razzle dazzle, a little dash. Just a dollop of daisy. Hooty hoo, Gemini. We have reached I reached the top. Y'all know Home Alone too. He thought he was upstairs. Okay. It may feel as if something or someone is trying to keep you from moving ahead with your ambitious goals and aggressive nature, Gemini. At first, you may resent this ball and chain attached to your ankle, but on closer examination, you'll see that this hindrance is actually a help. For now, it's serving as an important reminder to slow down and do more thinking and planning before taking action. Okay, Gemini. So, what happened? Now, it seemed like somebody trying to slow you down. You got ambitious goals and you got an aggressive nature. You just naturally aggressive in whatever you are pursuing. Okay, not necessarily an aggressive person, an aggressive demeanor, but you have a nature that's not passive. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make yourself in. You're gonna make your voice heard. You're gonna get yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? And so now somebody else, they trying to make you feel like you're doing too much. You feeling like it's a ball and chain. But if you actually pay attention, it's actually helping you. You feel like it's a hindrance, it's hindering you and it's holding you back, but it's really helping your ass. Because you do need to slow down. It's reminding you that it is important to slow down and think some shit out and plan some shit out before you get out here and start doing it. Now I know when I was in my tweets, I didn't plan out and think out a damn thing. I've been out here doing whatever I wanted to do. Then finally I passed 29 and I got to 30 and I was like, dang, I gotta do what I need to do if I to do more of what I want to do. Because right now I'm doing what I want to do, but I'm not doing enough of what I want to do. So I'm gonna have to go on ahead and do what the fuck I need to do. Ain't this about a bitch? So look, Gemini, what you gonna need to do? More planning and more thinking before you take action. Okay, who we made it. We made it. Now y'all know we gotta get ready to slide. I got somewhere to be in a few minutes. But what we gonna do is these fortune cookies. Tasha K gonna get her fortune cookie. And then each horoscope, each zodiac sign get your fortune cookie based on what your what element it is. Y'all know it's earth, wind, and fire and water. And so that's how we do it. Each zodiac sign gets each element gets a fortune cookie. Earth, wind, and fire. Okay, I was looking for it. I wrote it down because look, sometimes hey, you gotta know what you is. You earth, water, air. What you gotta know what you is. But I got it. I got us. I got us. For us by us. Shout out to Damon. Oh, that was the what? Water. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, we're gonna give Tasha K one. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Let's see what kind of fortune cookies we got going on. We're gonna take 5 fortune cookies out. Okay, you guys, 5 fortune cookies. So that's 5. I don't translate the fortune cookies because I feel like it comes, it's you don't know which one we gonna pull. So you don't know what message the universe has for you, and I don't want to take that with my interpretation. Now sometimes they get good, and I gotta say something, but usually we can make it. Water signs: Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. This your fortune cookie. This one is gonna be for you. This one for you. Aren't you glad you just had a great meal? Oh, I feel like that could be metaphorical. Like, aren't you glad you just went through something that filled you up? It's something, not necessarily physically, but, maybe emotionally, spiritually, but maybe like now you might be experiencing something else, but you still full from this meal. Aren't you glad you just had a great meal? right? I didn't want to interpret that, but I felt it. So these 40 cookies that I have, sometimes I get the ones from Panda Express or little mom and shop Chinese food restaurants. I feel like it's important to change up the energy, but I ordered these. So they have a learn Chinese word or phrase on the back and lucky numbers. So your learn Chinese word or phrase is wine. And your lucky numbers are 53, 40, 17, 15, 5, and 36. And that was for our water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio again. Aren't you glad you just had a great meal? Now this is going to be for our earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this one, I got to crack it open. The other one was actually already cracked. So forgive me for that there. A short pencil is usually better than long memory any day. Your learn Chinese word or phrase is gooseberry, and your lucky numbers are 14, 46, 35, 5, 22, and 13. And again, a short pencil is usually better than a long memory any day. What the hell do that mean? You stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. Don't be applying things from the past and what might happen to the future to the current situation. Don't be thinking what all could go wrong and what all could. Stay in the moment. If y'all got something different from that, let me know. Let me know. That's what I got from it. So this is going to be wind signs, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And when I get them good camera angles, we're gonna do that. Boo! Y'all gonna see it from bird's eye view. It's gonna be fly. It's gonna be fly. I got a vision, but we gotta get there. Amen. Wind signs, be a first-rate version of yourself, not a second-rate version of somebody else. Now y'all know I take pictures of these and put them up on the Instagram. I think I want to do. Can I change the name of the Instagram page? I forgot what it is or whatever, but I think I want to change it. Your learn Chinese word or phrase is salt, and your lucky numbers are 36, 32, 9, 11, 17, and 12. So it says, be a first-rate version of yourself, not a second-rate version of someone else, right? And then the learn Chinese word or phrase was salt. So I felt like you being yourself, add a little flavor to your. Feel free to add a little flavor to yourself. Don't let nobody think they gotta keep you in the same box in the same corner that they found you in. Because they show up to their house and knock on that door, you don't even live there no more. Ain't no cereal on top of the refrigerator or nothing. Just you don't have to let nobody keep you in the same box that they met you in. Like, oh, we never known you to be an energetic, happy person. Well, I'm energetic and happy now. Damn it, and nappy, So with the learn Chinese word or phrase being salt, and here it says be a first-rate version of yourself, not a second-rate version of somebody else. You be yourself. You feel free to sprinkle a little salt, a little razzle dazzle on yourself if that's what you want to do. What time is it? Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Be direct. Usually one can accomplish more that way. Your learn Chinese word or phrase is thirst. Your lucky numbers are 4, 15, 20, 53, 52, and 5. And again, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Be direct. Usually one can accomplish more that way. So, the quickest way between 2 points is straight. From point A to point B, the fastest way is straight. If you're doing all this and doing all that to get there, it's going to take longer. So that's what I got from that. And then it said thirst. You're going to get thirsty if you're not standing on, you're going to get thirsty and you're not standing on the right path. You ain't got enough water to do all that and still make it to where you need it. If you go straight, you ain't going to run out of water. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now this is for Tasha K. You're going to be offering her some encouragement. I don't know if the bitch on the run or what, But I'm riding with it regardless. I don't care who right or who wrong in the situation. I want to see her be successful. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to contribute to her being successful. I don't give a fuck what she get into along the way. She ain't hurting nobody, no kids or no old people or no animals. I don't care what mess she get into along the way. I want to see the bitch succeed. A happy event will take place in your home. Okay, Tasha, that's for you. If you've been keeping up with everything, she's been having some different, like been relocating as far as her home and moving here and moving there. So this is what like the I could have picked any fortune cookie. The universe could have said any message, but the universe sent the message about no matter what, you probably had to move, but a happy event will take place in your home. You see what I'm saying? And that's the stuff that I just can't control. And I just feel like, dang, that's crazy. How did everything line up so well like that? Okay, you learn Chinese word or phrase is pair, and your lucky numbers are 32, 29, 50, 44, 18, and 10. All right. And that was for Tasha K, y'all. And so you always gotta know when to say, hey, I can't take that ride. Okay. And what you want to do, you know about your to-do list, but consider your to-be list as well. What do you want to be today? Do you want to be happier? Do you want to be more organized? Do you want to be more responsible? And do that with intention. All right. This was a brief broadcast from the bakery. Hooty hoo. We try to keep it sweet. It's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. And we'll be back. We might stop by the cafe tonight, or we might just come back to the bakery here tomorrow, and I'm gonna translate some more horoscopes. I think it's one more day left in Cancer season, so we're gonna start with the Cancers again and do it like that. Thank y'all.